executive producer, Kathy Rogers. Big round of applause. Oh, I heard an extra woo for you, Kathy. That's exciting. She always gets the extra woo. Well, I tell you what, we are so honored that you guys are here, and if anybody knows about Star Tours, it's both of you. So, actually, I have a couple questions to ask you. How closely did you work with Lucas Films? Very close?
Yeah, when we were in production, we actually went up to ILM every 3 weeks, and it was an amazing experience to go up there and see him, work, and see him comment on our work, and it was like a master class, really.
Wow. And how many people would you say that you worked with at Lucas? How many people would you say?
Well, there was a core group that worked specifically on Star Tours. The way they assign a team of a creative team. There's a director, the director of the animation, the CGI, and it was a group of about 8 of them, and then they brought in other digital artists to work. So yeah.
Wow. And how long did you folks work on this project?
I started on it. I looked back and saw my first treatment was 2005. Yes.
Wow.
And our executive producer was the original writer of Star Tours. He actually started on this right as episode 1 was going into production. So it's been a while. Yeah.
So of course that's Tom Fitzgerald,
yes,
who worked on the original Star Tours attraction and was so excited to have this opportunity to bring Star Tours The Adventures Continue, and that was very fun. And I think we worked very closely with Bill George, who was the director from ILM, and we also had the opportunity, because George Lucas also had the passion to work with us. You guys actually met with George Lucas every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, when I was 15 when I saw Star Wars, and if somebody had told me that someday I would be presenting George Lucas a story on Star Wars for a Disney attraction, I really would not have believed them. And that was going through my head when I was pitching it to him. So it was a very exciting experience, and he has been so supportive of this project all the way through, and he's added so many touches to this that we didn't think of to begin with. So.
Have you always been a Star Wars fan as well, Kathy?
I'm old enough to remember the episode 4 and 5 and 6. So I actually use my Star Wars expert here to assist me in my knowledge.
I think there's some more Star Wars experts out there that are probably better than both of us.
And have you only ever traveled to the planet Earth? Have you guys ever tried any of the other planets? Do you have a favorite planet?
Yeah, I really like Hoth a lot.
Oh, it's cold there.
It is.
But you've got the fur.
You got to
so
pack right. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's why I grew up for
Exactly.
For Hoth.
I love
As
that.
long as you pack right,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're set. Wonderful hover skiing there, isn't it?
Yeah, and you get to ride a tauntaun. It's great.
Oh my gosh, who doesn't love to ride a tauntaun? Well, I tell you what, not only do I have questions, I know there are people out there that have some questions for you. Do we have somebody out there? Yes.
Yes, we do. Hold on one second. Who are you? This is Georgia, everybody. Georgia, what's your... Hi, Georgia.
Hi, Georgia. Hi, how long have you been in the business?
How long have you been in the business?
The business of writing, or?
Business working for Walt Disney
Imaginneering? Yes, Imaginneering.
I'm the kid. I'm in my 21st year, and
I actually had the opportunity to start at Disneyland when I was 5 years old, and I've been with the company almost 39 years, working for Disney and Walt Disney Imagineering.
Wow. And you love working for them, right?
It's you can't ask for a better career. It's the people, wow, and being able to create such an incredible product like Star Tours The Adventures Continue that, is going to carry on for, we hope, for the next 25 years, just as the original one. So we are really, this is so much fun for us. We worked really hard for the last 3 years, and we're very excited to see you guys enjoying our product.
absolutely.
We have another question here.
Okay.
All right. What's your name? Josh. Josh has a question.
Yes.
Out of all the scenes that are in the new ride, how did you just come up with the ideas? Like, how did you choose the different scenes that you
Well, we really, we were very consciously decided to make this a prequel so that we could set it between the two trilogies. Because we know, there are fans, like us that grew up with the original trilogy, but then there's a lot of fans out there, a lot of kids out there that really they grew up with the 1, 2, and 3. So we wanted to make sure that we included enough destinations from all of those films, and so we tried to put a foot in each of those. And then otherwise, we really looked at the different types of landscapes that the planets offered, and how we could program the simulator to be different, with each of those different destinations.
Oh, great. Yes. Oh, over here. Wonderful.
Hi, this is my pal Erin. And Erin, where are you from?
Here.
From here, you live
right
right
there?
under the stage?
It's amazing.
So big.
It's a good shot.
You are the little rumble in the jungle that we heard early in the morning. I might want to rephrase that.
Sounds
You're the
personal.
bumble in the jungle? Okay, so Erin wants to know and I don't know, let's come up here so you can see them. Erin wants to know, is it expandable in the future? Can we add more adventures? And is it something that we can add to? Yes? You want to add something else?
No, that sums it up.
I summed it up for him.
That was really great. In Star Tours, we have an opportunity to go through so many different journeys, and we really try to look at the iconic landscapes and the characters. But technology today, just as you can see that we can take you on so many different journeys, yes, we do have the ability in the future to maybe go to different destinations and maybe see some different Star Wars characters along the way. That definitely is an option to us, and we are looking forward for the appropriate time to be able to do that.
Even we don't know where the Force will take us.
We've got a question from Kevin here.
Yes.
Kevin?
Can you share any ideas or stories that didn't make it into the attraction that you wanted to get in there but you didn't see?
I'm trying to remember. I mean,
Which scripts do you want to talk about, Steve?
it's not. We played around early on with Mustafar, but it's like not the most scenic planet, and it's also like hot molten lava, and then we talked about maybe we'll blow heat into the. It's just not. It's not a good idea to blow heat into a simulator. It's just not. And but a lot. I mean, really, a lot of what we started with, if you really look at the boards we pitched very early on, is very, very close. I mean, the character swapped out here and there, but Mustafar became Kashyyyk, which I much prefer. I think we see more of Kashyyyk in our story here than in any of the films shown. So it was fun to be able to work with ILM and get a chance to expand on what they had in the movies.
Wonder, Umbla? Who do you have there?
Oh, this is my pal Sean, and Sean, his question is so elaborate. I'm not even going to try to repeat it because I don't understand most of it. So take it away.
That's yours.
This is all.
I don't speak Bocce, so.
You don't speak Bocce. That's okay. All right, so take it away, Sean.
All right. Obviously, I just went out the attraction, which is a great attraction, by the way. How's the 3D projection and the film technology and the film like so different from all the past 3D attractions in Disney Parks history? Like, how is this so different? How is it so clear? How is it so clear than all the other 3D films, such as seen in Philhar Magic or Mugvision 3D?
I think it's about the technology that we chose. There's a lot of 3D is a technology now that is rapidly being developed, and we had an opportunity to choose a specific 3D technology that allows us to give you that clarity, along with the technology and the incredible environments that George Lucas and ILM created for us. we worked very closely with them and understanding 3D and how do we push those environments. So it's one is the technology, but also it is actually the technology of digital media that really helps us get to that place.
I'm glad you noticed because we're thrilled with how sharp and clear it is, you know, and how real. The whole thing for us is to make this as immersive an experience as possible for you, to really make it feel like you are in the Star Wars world. So we're thrilled with the way the projection came out.
And I thank you guys so much for this. This was one incredible attraction.
Oh, thank you so much.
We have a question from Sydney.
Now, we all know that Imagineers love putting in hidden Mickeys into attractions. Can you name a few?
You know, if we named a few, they would no longer be hidden. But I can tell you, you know, when we're creating story and stuff, it's just as much fun for us to create really immersive environments that allows our guests to get so into the story. So as you go through the starport, spaceport here, you will find some opportunities to see some interesting artifacts from not only Disney, but maybe Pixar, along with Star Wars and ILM. So we had some really fun times doing that, and you know, it's really, we had to be very careful about how many we did add in there, but I can tell you that yes, indeed, there are one or two hidden Mickeys.
Yes. And those of you that remember the original Star Tours at Disneyland, it replaced Adventure Through Inner Space. And in the old Star Tours, the Mighty Microscope was hidden in there, and in this Star Tours, we also have the Mighty Microscope in there, so keep on the lookout for that.
We have a question from Kevin.
Yes,
Kevin.
me too. Kevin, what's your question?
Well, first I was just wondering, are we going to see the 3D glasses anywhere else around at the park here?
The 3D glasses, are they going to be in any other attractions here in the park or elsewhere?
Well, currently Star Tours has these special flight glasses. As we go in through development and future 3D attractions, you know, I think we will always be looking for opportunities to continue to make all of our attractions more immersive, and there may be some opportunities in the future.
I have to agree with Kevin. They are probably the most comfortable glasses
They are.
I have
they
ever
are so
worn.
comfortable.
And stylish.
They really are.
I think stylish as
So
well.
these glasses actually match the technology. It's not just about fashion. They're functional as well.
So thank you for
like
that.
my hair.
Thank you. I took 3 pairs home with me. Is that okay?
Are they in your
We'll be
pockets?
sending a stormtrooper to your house later.
Oh my.
We'll be billing them.
It wouldn't be the first time. Okay, this is Wendy. She's got a question. Let's stop this silly banter. Wendy, what's your question?
I know that a lot of the original voice actors were brought back. How much of a priority was that? Was it important to recreate those characters with the same voices?
And yeah, I mean, as close as we could. Obviously, we wanted to, you know, we wanted to connect to that, you know, the original films as much as possible. And you know, I have to say, it was thrilling to get Frank Oz because he doesn't always do Yoda, and I think partly because he had so much fun working with us on Muppet Vision back in the day, that he wanted to come in and do this for us. So that was really thrilling.
Fantastic. We have a question from Stephen.
Yes, Stephen.
Go ahead, Stephen.
I was wondering, concerning the 3D technology, how far are we away from not needing 3D glasses any longer? And if that technology was thought about concerning this ride now, and if that technology can be developed, how easy would it be to implement into the ride that we have now?
That's a really good question, and I think that's way beyond both Steve and I. I will tell you that the technology that we currently have is, when we started this attraction when I started on the attraction 3 years ago, this was considered I would say, on the bleeding edge of technology for 3D. And in that process, it became very viable for us. So we were very excited when it became very real for us. So we do know that there are technologies that are continually being developed, but I think neither Steve or I would understand that at that level. We do have individuals that do that for us.
They're much better at math.
Yes. We did learn that part of it, yes.
Keeping with the theme of the evening, we have a question that's been tweeted to us.
Oh boy.
All right. What was your favorite Star Tours character to include in this attraction? What was your
Well, you know,
favorite?
in the original Star Tours, really you had R2-D2. That was it. So we were thrilled to include, you know, so many of the characters. I think, you know, for me, getting Boba Fett in there. Did some of you see Boba Fett?
Spoiler.
Oh, sorry. He may or may not be in there.
But if he was,
yeah,
He'd be your favorite.
It would be my favorite. One of my favorites. Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. How about this is another tweeted question. What was the hardest part of creating this this attraction?
I think we both have different answers, probably.
We'll hear from both of you.
Yes, of course. As a writer, because there are these, you know, there's different openings, different middles, different ending. Trying to write something that all connects and all makes sense, no matter what adventure you get, no matter what, where you start, and where you wind up in the middle, and where you wind up at the end. It all works, and we could not change the timing of the ride from the original, so I had to write to those timings and work out the story beats, and then be as brief as possible with my writing. I think you've got it.
For me, it was like, wow, we're going into Star Tours, which is an incredible property for Star Wars, and it's a classic Disney attraction. How can we create a new experience for our guests that takes them beyond where it originally was? And so I think we, as a complete team, we took that on as a challenge, is to create an incredibly immersive experience for our guests that, you know, they want to go on over and over and over again, maybe over 54 times, to really really be involved in that. And I think, you know, there were over 1,000 Imagineers that worked on this attraction, and every one of them brought value, and so it's really exciting to see all of those people and all of those things come together into such an incredible experience.
You know, actually, I have one more question. Actually, how many times have you guys been on the attraction?
I've lost count.
You've lost count.
Yeah.
I've lost count. We've been writing for over 2 years. We did start at Walt Disney Imagineering in Glendale. We do have a simulator there, so we did a lot of testing with all of the media and with the ride profiles. We spent over a year and a half programming in Glendale before we took the show on the road to Disneyland. And so we've been writing at least once or twice a week for over a year and a half, 2 years.
And I have to say, even though, you know, we've seen, you know, a lot of these over and over again, I still find new things, and this is really a testament to ILM and what they did. I still find new things in the scenes that I've never seen before. So, you know, it's like, oh, I've never seen that droid over there. That's amazing. So,
Spoiler
you know,
alert. That was a spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. There's no droids. No, there's no droids.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
We have time for one more question. It's coming from Annie, and it's actually very appropriate because it's about the very nature of your work, and to explain a little about your titles. So, Annie?
Hi. I was wondering how being an Imagineer is different from being a typical writer, or what would be typical for your normal line of work.
Yeah, it's it's very unique to write for Imagineering, because I mean I don't think in any other place that I could have written 3D films Circle Vision films, interactive experiences like Turtle Talk and Monsters Laugh Floor. It just is like it's different every time. Or work on the Disney Dream on a cruise ship, or wind up judging cakes on the Food Network. You know, it's taken me into all kinds of different places that I don't think a lot of writing jobs do. So you know, it's fun to go to work every day because I just never know what's going to happen.
Well, we thank you so much for being here. Don't we? A big round of applause for Kathy and for Steve.
Thank you so much.
You guys have been wonderful. Star Tours for me is all about making the galaxy a smaller place, and you guys have brought the galaxy to us. So thank you so much. Again, a big round of applause. We thank you, the fans. Give yourself a big round of applause. We can't wait. We hope you continue our journey and book more flights with all three of us here. So thank you so much, and most importantly, may the Force be with you.
Thank you, Bree.
Oh, that felt so good.
Thank you, everyone, for sticking around, asking some questions. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you that tonight at 8:45 is the premiere of Snig and Oopla's Hyperspace Hoopla! We hope you all come out to see it. Don't forget the motorcade tonight and everything else that's going on. And you can ride the attraction until 1:55 this evening, as many times as you want, as many times as you can. Have a great night, thank you so much, and enjoy Star Wars Weekend!